Welcome to the First Warn Tri-Cities special presentation, Believe in Bristol Star Spangled 4th of July Parade, presented by Matt Smith Realty. Live from the Paramount Center for the Arts in historic downtown Bristol, here are your hosts, Skylar Doyle and Holden Rowe. Welcome to the First Warn Tri- Welcome to the First Warn Tri-Cities special presentation, Believe in Bristol Star Spangled 4th of July Parade, presented by Matt Smith Realty. Live from the Paramount Center for the Arts in historic downtown Bristol, here are your hosts, Skylar Doyle and Holden Rowe.
back to downtown Bristol. We're just moments away from the 4th of July parade. Before we get started, let's give a shout out to our sponsors that made this broadcast possible. Our main broadcast sponsor, Matt Smith Realty, Bristol Signing Company, Sassy Construction Companies, Bogwan Runway, Your Family Racing, Rosie Bob's Catering, Appalachian Food Truck, and letting us use their facilities here and their power for us to broadcast the parade and bring it to you. Let's take a look at your weather forecast.
4th of July forecast features a 30% chance of a stray PM storm. We start off in the mid-80s in the afternoon for your activities, go down to the low to mid-70s by the time we get into the evening hours toward when fireworks will be shot off around 10 o'clock. And for the parades, just a straight storm, mid-80s for the high, 30% chance. Again, for the park activities, will be in the mid-80s, 30% chance of a stray storm. By the time we get to 10 o'clock, fireworks time, temperatures between 75 and 77 under mostly clear skies. Your weather story this week, warm and humid with some scattered PM thunderstorms in spots. Not everyone gets wet every day this week. We advise you to wear sunscreen if you're out in the sun for a long period of time because your UV index will be very high as we go through the next few days, especially Thursday and Saturday, where sunscreen will be most needed. Want to note those storms as we go through later this week, especially this weekend. Some of those could be isolated, strong to severe, so check back for updates. Remember, you can listen to our forecast anytime on your radio. Dial 93.3 FM and 690 AM every day at the top of each hour on WZAP. Now we'll send you back to downtown Bristol.
Welcome to the First Warn Tri-Cities special presentation, Believe in Bristol Star Spangled 4th of July Parade, presented by Matt Smith Realty. Live from the Paramount Center for the Arts in historic downtown Bristol, here are your hosts, Skylar Doyle and Holden Rowe.
Welcome back live here for the Believe in Bristol Star Spangled 4th of July Parade, which is going to be very here in just a few moments. Let's go to Israel Quinn video.
Good afternoon and happy 4th of July. I'm Delegate Israel O'Quinn, your representative in the Virginia House of Delegates. As America celebrates her 247th birthday, we should all remember that it was the words of the chief author of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson, which began our country's battle for independence. And take time to reflect on the true meaning of July 4th and its significance to all of us. While a great occasion to gather with family, friends, enjoy good food, and admire brilliant fireworks displays, Independence Day is also a tremendous opportunity for us to give thought to the founding of our nation and the sacrifices which have been made to keep us safe and free. When our nation's founders came together and formally adopted the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776, they set in motion a revolution which ultimately led to the freeing of our nation from tyranny. Now, this freedom was not easily won, nor is it guaranteed. Throughout our history, countless men and women have laid down their lives to preserve the independence which we enjoy in these United States. These brave men and women made this sacrifice because they believed in the very same freedoms as our founding fathers did when they declared our independence. So as we enjoy the parades and fireworks with our friends and family, let us also pause to remember that the freedoms we are blessed with in this country and in our Commonwealth are not to be taken for granted, but instead must always be preserved and defended. It is an honor to represent you in our Commonwealth's capital, and I wish you and yours a very happy 4th of July.
All right, so Mr. Blevins, Fire Marshal of the Bristol, Virginia Fire Department, thank you for joining us here on First Warn Tri-Cities.
Thank you for having us, and it's an important message with fireworks safety at this time, so that's a good thing that we are doing today.
So talk to us a little bit about safety. One thing with fireworks that we see a lot is the as the fireworks go up, but then some of that burning ash comes down. That's one of the leading causes of fires on the 4th of July.
Yes, there are guidelines that were put in a few years ago in Virginia, which you do a drawing of it. And based on how big of a firework you are shooting, then you have to have an area that is unoccupied underneath that because it will shower debris down for a certain field. You try and calculate that into your drawing, and that's one thing. When the professionals do it, they do a drawing which gives you space so that hopefully that does not happen.
Okay, so talk to us a little about, at home if you're shooting off fireworks, what are some safety tips that you want to do?
If and this depends on where you're at because in Virginia, basically what is legal is sparklers, fountains, flashers, things that emit sparks or burning effects for a short distance are allowed in Virginia. And they present certain hazards too, which if you're having sparklers and things, have a bucket of water to put the debris after you run around with sparklers because people stepping on those can burn their foot. Also, they can start a fire that could potentially happen. Now in Tennessee, there are, the fireworks that are sold there sometimes are allowed. A lot of cities reflect Virginia, which doesn't allow those because Virginia does not allow fireworks that explode, travel horizontally or vertically under their own power, or that can function as a projectile. So those are not allowable in Virginia, but in Tennessee they are. And if you were using those, make sure it's a safe distance. Do not stand right next to them when you set them off. If you are setting them off, get a distance away from them in case there is an accident. You never want to have them set off in a function other than what they're supposed to. If you've got fireworks, you don't want to use them in a way that's not the way they were meant to, and that would be dropping an explosive type firework into something. It could create projectiles if you do that. So you don't want to do it. Only use them as they are functionally allowable, and they will often have fuses. So get away from them as far as you can if you're going to do that. Don't stay in the same area that fireworks are going off.
What are some safety things that you want to have nearby if, in case an accident does happen if you're shooting on fireworks?
Water fire extinguisher would be very important at that point. If you had a water hose hooked to something, if you happen to have some debris that come down that was causing a fire to start, that could potentially be quickly put out with that type of appliance.
So there's a lot of professional shows happening around the Tri-Cities, including in Bristol on the 4th of July. So with these professional shows, those are the safer ones to go out and watch, besides doing your own fireworks.
Yes, you have. They are planned, and the safe distance is planned into where they allowed the crowds to mingle. And when you have a design show, you should be able to enjoy the show safely while participating in a civic event that offers often parades, music, good food, and you can do that in a safe environment instead of at home where if one goes off too close to someone, it could create issues.
So not just fireworks, but for summer as a whole, what are just some safety tips that you have for those of us here?
Uh, make a safe plan. Use stuff the way it's supposed to be used. Uh, Anytime you're doing something, if you get out of what the design is for that, you can sometimes create your own issue because safety is played into that factor. We can use things in a different way than what they're meant for, and often that can harm us. That's boat safety, whatever. When you're going by the rules and regulations, they are designed to keep you more safe. And so that's an important step towards keeping you safe. When we go outside of those lines, often we will end up hurting someone. Even a boat, the weight limits, how many people's on a boat, all of that is a factor in the safety plan of that boat.
All right. Well, Mr. Blevins, thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us here on First One Tri-Cities.
Well, thank you for doing this because we want everybody to have a very safe holiday, and hopefully no one will have to go to the hospitals and the ERs over this weekend.
All right. Thank Welcome back in here to downtown Bristol as we are getting ready for Bristol Star Spangled 4th of July Parade presented by Matt Smith Realty. Hello, everyone. I'm Skylar Doyle. Here we are live on First Orange Tri-Cities, previewing a great night of celebrating ahead as it all starts with the parade, which is beginning, as I look to my right, which is just now beginning to come down State Street and making its way down to us here at the Paramount Center for the Arts. After the parade, we'll move to Anderson Park at 6 o'clock for Veterans Appreciation Ceremony and a performance from Alina Dance Company, along with live music by Fritz and Company and Cynthia.
The most exciting part of the night is the fireworks, extravaganzations.
First time Bristol's done a show here since 2019. We will have USA theme music here during the fireworks ceremony. As the parade is getting closer to us here at the Paramount, take you camera that is on State Street here. You should be able to see down State Street on that here as we are getting ready here for this to begin here. As we are getting ready, as you can most likely see the way down. As we're getting ready here for the Bristol 4th of July Independence Day Parade presented by Matt Smith Realty and event host Believe and Bristol. Now we'll see here what order they come down in as we are getting ready to go for the parade. A very crowded street for a Bristol Independence Day Parade here as we are getting ready to go here. And then after this, we'll head over to Anderson Park for live music, a lot of fun, festive, amazing fireworks show. And Kelly Grossfield from WJHL, which actually just walked by our set here on State Street here in downtown Bristol. So as we get ready to go here, we'll see. Looks like Bristol, Virginia is the one in front on the Virginia side of the street. Bristol, Tennessee side of the street. They are, I'd say, about 2 to 3 blocks away from us here. And it's the people. Down Bristol Holden. Here's by to go. They are slowly, I should say, making their way down State Street. I believe they're right under the American. On our
Hello, we believe we are back with audio here as Olena Dance Company starts. All right, here we are gonna welcome you back in here as we are ready to go. Here comes the, I believe, Sullivan County Democratic Party coming by here with a few vehicles in the parade. As we're ready back with sound, apologize for our technical issues earlier. But we've got those all figured out and have a great night of celebration ahead, including live music and much more. So we hope you stick with us throughout the night. The amazing 4th of July festivities here from downtown Bristol. As we are getting ready here, a few just looks like normal cars, some American flags about to come through here where we are at, including the Bristol, Virginia Democratic Party, Sullivan County Democratic Party here, still rolling by. I believe they had 2 or 3 cars here, a few people marching, holding banners, a good crowd here. Behind them being the Bristol, Virginia Democratic Party. And then we will have, looks like just a car with an American flag on it here. Can't see the side of it yet from our vantage point to see if there's a sticker on it. Believe there is. Korean War Veterans Association, Mountain Empire Chapter 289. Going by here with the car on, with the American flag on it. And then we'll have some more people here walk by here with the with banners here after this white truck comes through. Can't see the sticker on the side just yet. So it could be with Boy Scouts here and the fire department. So we'll let you enjoy the parade here for just a little bit longer. We'll leave you some crowd audio here as we continue with Bristol's Star Spangled 4th of July celebration. Hold on, looks like the parade here in just a moment will be coming to a close. I think we have the last few participants coming out through here, the Bristol, Virginia Public Schools Education Foundation moving through as we're right at about 5:30. The parade is coming to an end. Oh, yeah. At the end of the parade, so what we're going to do, we're going to go off the air for now. We are going to come back at approximately 6 to 6:15, depending on the schedule of activities in the park with how long the parade lasted. So again, we are going to go off the air for now. We'll come back at around 6 here to 6:15 here on First Warren Tri-Cities.